Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Greetings everybody, guys. Let's take a look at Bitcoin as usual. So recent price action actually confirms our doubts on the perspective of the hand shoulders pattern. Actually, if you remember, last week we have talked about it and said that, well, currently we see real big doubts that the market will proceed higher with the hand shoulders pattern just because of the action that we see here. It is irrational. It's not normal for hand shoulders pattern. Because take a look at what really has happened. Market has hit the neckline, but here we haven't got any significant thrusting action. Overall price behavior was a bit lazy, without impulse and heavy. It's a choppy action. So in fact, the right arm of this pattern turns to kind of the godless triple to sell pattern, and market collapsed. So just to get the guarantees, guys, on Friday we said that, well, definitely we should not talk about any long position anymore here, and the one thing that we still would like to get is the breakout of the 36 lows, because that is the bottom of the right arm, and that is first bell of the failure of the hand shoulders. The importance of this breakout stands in relation to the overall pattern, because the drop below the right arm usually means the drop below the head. This happens in the most cases, so very rare our market just erase the shows some, for example, godless triple to buy and turns up a bit later. So sometimes this could happen, but in current environment, with this big sell-off down and standing on the market below 36, the chance on the downward action we see as better than the upward bullish reversal. Another important moment, guys, here is that taking in consideration that this collapse has happened on the background on the weak dollar. So if you take a look at the other currencies, for example, they show positive dynamic across the board. So you could take a look at the British pound and the euro currency, and then the Asian Pacific currencies. So on the gold market, on the crude oil, so everything turns in positive against the United States dollar. But the Bitcoin stands in opposite direction, so it becomes weaker even in relation to the weak dollar. So this combination brings nothing good to the bulls, and we suggest that this indeed could become the starting point of our final leg on the Bitcoin that we are waiting for. So if you remember our weekly analysis, you know that our XOP target, all-time XOP on the weekly chart, stands at 18 even target. So that will be our final destination that we will be watching for. After that, as we suggest, market could reestablish the upward trend, and this could become a major shift, long-term shift on the Bitcoin. But until this will happen, market probably will continue to form this final leg. But 18 even stands rather far for a current market, and we will take a look at the closer targets. And the first target that we see is, of course, the bottom of the head. It's approximately 13 even, but potentially this could turn to the downside butterfly. So you can see that could become the left wing of the butterfly, and that could become the right wing. And the 127 extension stands at 28 even. So this stands above the daily reversal, so the market could reach it, and the chance to reach it very good, because if market will take it out of the 30 even and drops below the head, stop orders that have been placed here probably add some selling power, and market easily could collapse a bit more and hit the 28 target. So that's what we will be watching for within the few weeks. On the intraday charts, guys, here actually you could see what really has happened. So the right arm of the hand shoulders pattern has become just the godless triple to sell, and market collapsed. Now market is coming to the support in 34.50. This will be AB equals CD target here. Potentially we will get the godless triple to buy. Here is wide godless triple to buy, and I'm not exclude the chance on the possible retracement here to the upside. It really could happen as a response to this area. So here you could watch for some bearish continuation patterns. Maybe this will be garter steeple to sell pattern. Maybe even minor hand shoulders here could be foreign market will show the ABC retracement to some Fib resistance of this leg and then continue move down. That's also could happen. So, but this is mostly tactical steps that doesn't change the core that we have on the daily, and the fact that market dropped below the 36 even area. So that's looks important for us. So on the retracement, there are two different scenarios that are possible. So if you'll take a look at the hourly chart, and here we have the consolidation of the breakout. Also, guys, by the way, take a look how market responds on the crossing on the trend lines here. So if you remember, we have talked about this, and take a look at this one. If market will break it, it will mean that definitely it will collapse, will continue. So that has happened. And currently we have the consolidation. So there are two different scenarios. In general, as you can see, the overall price action here is very weak, so it's just actually nothing. So it's very choppy, gradual, very tight range of the hourly candles. It's very small range of the trading. It means that although, as I said, maybe you could wait for some kind of the ABCDs or something of that sort, market could just retest this consolidation. So that very often happens when market just testing the previous consolidation turns in a downside continuation. So it could be something, this is not really a perfect example, but something of that sort. So you can see market has broken up this consolidation, returning right down, retested, and continue move higher. So here could be something of that sort. So market could just retest this consolidation and continue move down. So this also could happen. Well, that's what we see right now on Bitcoin. So our suggestion is that downward action will continue, and if we will get really good entry stop on the short side of the market, probably could do this.